Hey there, beautiful disasters. We're so glad to have you back on our channel where we explore stories of events that started beautifully but took a turn for the worse. Before we jump into today's tale, we kindly ask you to consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that notification bell. This way, you'll never miss out on any new content I upload here. Thanks again for your support. In 2004, Pat Tillman, a former football player for the Arizona Cardinals, tragically lost his life while serving his country in Afghanistan. Initially, the official account stated that he had been shot by enemy forces. However, further investigation later revealed that he was killed by friendly fire. In addition to this heartbreaking revelation, it was also uncovered that the Bush administration had attempted to conceal the true nature of his death. Born on November 6, 1976 in San Jose, California, he demonstrated great prowess on the football field while attending Leland High School, ultimately leading his team to a championship victory. In addition to his participation on the baseball team, as a catcher, Tillman dedicated himself completely to football during his sophomore year of high school. Despite this shift in focus, Tillman's exceptional abilities were recognized, leading to a scholarship offer from Arizona State University. It is important to acknowledge that Tillman's path toward becoming a highly skilled football player was marked by unexpected challenges and surprises. His accomplishments on the football field, Pat Tillman held his relationship with his wife, Marie Ugenti, in high regard. From the beginning of their journey as high school sweethearts, she was a source of deep value and love for him. Tillman embarked on his college career at Arizona State University in 1994, where he played as a linebacker. Despite being undersized for his position, he displayed exceptional skill and dedication to his role. During his junior year, Tillman's contributions were instrumental in leading the team to an undefeated record and ultimately advancing to the prestigious Rose Bowl championship. Beyond football success, Tillman made a meaningful impact both academically and athletically during his time at Arizona State University. His remarkable performance led to being named the Pac-10's Defensive Player of the Year in 1997. Moreover, he garnered recognition for his intellectual achievements through various awards and accolades. Notably, he received the esteemed Clyde B. Smith Award in 1996 and was honored as the Sun Angel Student Athlete of the Year in both 1997 and 1998. When the Arizona Cardinals selected Tillman in the 1998 NFL Draft, he became a starting player for their team. He was also able to set a new team record by making a total of 156 tackles in 2000. Tillman was loyal to the team and refused a contract offer from the St. Louis Rams in 2001. Tillman's exceptional career in football led him to be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2010. Additionally, he was posthumously recognized as an Arizona Sports Hall of Famer in 2018. Elected by the Cardinals as a 226th pick in the 1998 NFL Draft, Tillman displayed his talent and determination on the field. While initially playing as a safety during his rookie season, he quickly ascended to starting 10 out of 16 games. Notably, Tillman demonstrated unwavering loyalty to the Cardinals throughout his time in the NFL. He declined a lucrative 5-year contract offer from the St. Louis Rams, choosing instead to remain devoted to his team. Founding in recognition of his outstanding performance, Paul Zimmerman of Sports Illustrated named Tillman to his All-Pro team in 2000. During that season, Tillman accumulated over 150 tackles while also contributing with 2 forced fumbles and 9. During his career, Tillman achieved a remarkable record with 340 tackles and 3 interceptions. He also had 3 fumble recoveries and even contributed on offense with 1 carry for 4 yards, as well as 3 returns totaling 33 yards. Following the tragic events of the September 11 attacks in 2001, Tillman made a momentous decision to join the U.S. Army in May 2002. Despite receiving a lucrative contract offer worth $3.7 million from the Cardinals, Tillman chose to decline and instead pursue his calling in the military. Shortly after his time in service, Tillman found solace and strength in the bonds he shared with his close friends and family back home. In personal journals, he expressed gratitude for their support during his wartime experiences. Notably, Tillman's brother Kevin also served alongside him in the Army. So, May 31st marked an important day for both Kevin and Patrick as they enlisted together. They proceeded to complete basic training side by side in September 2002 before being assigned to the esteemed 2nd Battalion of the Rangers. Before his military service, Tillman resided in University Place. However, upon deployment to Iraq, that became a distant memory. Between September 2003, he began rigorous training at Fort Benning's Ranger School located in Georgia, a journey that culminated with him successfully graduating from the school on November 28. Post-deployment to Afghanistan, Tillman's assignment was at FOB Salerno. Initially, it was reported that his demise occurred due to hostile forces on April 22, 2004. Simultaneously, an Afghan militiaman named Said Farhad also lost his life in the incident. The unfortunate event resulted in injuries sustained by David Youthlot, Tillman's platoon leader and radio telephone operator, as well as 19-year-old Jay Lane. Initially, the U.S. Army stated that Tillman fell victim to an ambush along a road near a village called Spira, located near coast. However, subsequent investigations conducted by both the U.S. Congress and the Department of Defense revealed the truth behind his tragic passing. Friendly fire was responsible for his demise. The Washington Post reported that before his death, Tillman called the invasion and occupation of Iraq, and I quote, fucking illegal, end quote. Ted Rawl, who had previously written a comic criticizing Tillman, admitted that he was mistaken in assuming Tillman's political beliefs. Tillman considered the invasion of Iraq to be illegal, contrary to the perception of him as a right-wing supporter. Ralph Kozlerich, a lieutenant colonel at the time of Tillman's death, conducted another investigation into the incident. He acknowledged that the Tillman family sought the truth about his death because of Tillman's atheism. Larry McAllister, those who are close to Tillman are struggling to come to terms with his passing. They hold a belief in an afterlife, but for those who identify as atheists, what solace can be found? Tillman was an atheist, according to speakers at his funeral. He was very well read, having read several religious texts, including the Bible, Quran, and the Book of Mormon, as well as transcendentalist authors such as Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau. However, responding to religious overtones at the funeral by Maria Shriver and John McCain, his youngest brother Richard said, "Just make no mistake, he'd want me to say this. He's not with God. He's fucking dead. He's not religious." Richard added, "Thanks for your thoughts, but he's fucking dead." Another article quotes Tillman as having told then general manager of the Seattle Seahawks, Bob Ferguson, in December 2003, "You know I'm not religious." Kozlerich acknowledged that the Tillman family is enduring a difficult period in light of their son's death, which they perceive as senseless. He expressed confusion over how individuals who do not believe in a higher power would comprehend such a tragedy. The inquiry carried out by Kozlerich spanned 7 days from May 8 to 15, 2004. In a congressional hearing, a brigadier general expressed their disapproval of these statements, deeming them inappropriate. Thomas Gimbel, the interim inspector general of the Department of Defense, expressed his astonishment at Lieutenant Colonel Kozlerich's remarks. According to an analysis conducted by the Associated Press, 3 officers with lower ranks are expected to face disciplinary measures for their behavior. It is speculated that Kozlerich may be among those individuals facing consequences. The family of Tillman continues to reject the notion that the actions of the officers were mistakes. According to various officers, they did not want to inform the Tillman family about the suspected friendly fire incident. Taliban insurgents attacked the members of the platoon. When Tillman and his group came to the aid of the other soldiers, they were mistakenly labeled as enemy forces. The former football player was shot 3 times in his head. 2 other Americans were also wounded during the incident. The initial reports of the incident stated that it was caused by a hostile fire. However, after an extensive investigation, the Department of Defense concluded that both Tillman and the Afghan soldier were killed as a result of friendly fire. The intense firefight further exacerbated the situation. Upon the revelation of his death, the family members of the deceased started to request clarification from the military regarding this tragic incident. In May, it came to light that he lost his life in a highly contentious event recognized as fratricide. The official records indicated that the U.S. Army possessed knowledge of this occurrence before his memorial service. Furthermore, crucial details regarding his passing were deliberately concealed from both his loved ones and the general public until after the commemorative ceremony took place. An investigation by the U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Division concluded that Tillman and the Afghan militia soldier were killed by friendly fire when one allied group fired upon another in confusion after nearby gunfire was mistakenly believed to be from enemy combatants. The SIT report summary, dated March 19, 2007, stated that during their movement through the Canyon Road, Serial Tootle Tillman's platoon had to split up because of a broken aim valley. The parts were called Serial 1 and 2 was ambushed and became engaged in a running gun battle with enemy combatants. Serial 1 Tillman's portion of the platoon had just passed through the same canyon without incident and was approximately 1 kilometer ahead of Serial 2. Upon hearing explosions, gunfire, and sporadic radio communication from Serial 2, Serial 1 dismounted their vehicles and moved on foot to a more advantageous position to provide overwatch and fire support for Serial 2's movement out of the ambush. Upon exiting the gorge, and despite attempts by Serial 1 to signal a friendly position, occupants of the lead vehicle of Serial 2 opened fire on Tillman's position, where he was fatally shot. In 2005, the Pentagon initiated a fresh investigation into the incident. However, upon reviewing the released documents, it became apparent that they contained several inaccuracies and inconsistencies. It was subsequently disclosed that the soldiers' platoon had to disperse following damage sustained by one of their vehicles during a routine patrol. During his testimony before Congress, Tillman's brother expressed his frustration, stating that the deception surrounding this case not only insulted the family but also had a larger aim: to deceive an entire nation. While numerous uncertainties lingered surrounding his death, official confirmation of the circumstances was provided 1 week later. This acknowledgement came as General Stanley McChrystal approved Tillman's nomination for the Silver Star. Since in May 2004, an esteemed National Memorial Service honored Tillman. The ceremony was broadcast and featured a poignant speech delivered by Senator John McCain. However, despite the official narrative regarding Tillman's passing, lingering questions persisted concerning the true nature of his demise. In addition, the Cardinals chose to retire Tillman's team uniform number 40. The university also honored Tillman by recognizing number 42, which was used by the Sun Devils. Furthermore, a plaza was established outside of their stadium as a tribute to Tillman. On November 12, 2006, before a game against the Dallas Cowboys, a statue of Pat Tillman was unveiled at this plaza. On April 15, 2005, thousands of participants joined the inaugural Pats Run. This event has since become an annual fundraising campaign for the Tillman Foundation. Starting at Tempe Town Lake and continuing around it, racers then gathered at the stadium's 42-yard line to commemorate Tillman's jersey number during his time with the Sun Devils, 42. Listen, I honestly think that this is so messed up that the government decided to lie to the family about the truth of what happened to Patrick. This shows that even the famous are not exempt from the messy cover-ups by the military. I also feel that the family is bringing attention to this because they were lied to, not because of Patrick's beliefs. The way they glorified him in the end is just sickening after they lied to his family and the public. Let me know in the comments what you think of this case, and have you watched the Pat Tillman documentary? Also, if you are wondering about his wife, she is now remarried and has 3 children. His father, mother, and brother continue to speak on the cover-up. Well, that is it for this video. Till next time, take care of yourselves because I love ya.